Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about the push-up, and more specifically, why I think people do it wrong when they're trying to work up to being able to do more push-ups. So, when you have somebody who struggles to do a full push-up from the floor, you'll typically find that they start by trying to do push-ups like this. So they'll be on their knees, and they'll be lowering themselves down here. Like so, okay? And the problem with that is, whilst they're getting a fair amount of upper body work from that, their abs and your glutes in here aren't working specifically hard. And the problem there is that it doesn't carry over to doing full push-ups, because when you're in this full position here, your glutes and your abs are having to work very hard to stabilize that position as you lower down. Okay? And when you do push-ups like this, you just don't have that activation. And so it's not really going to carry over to the full push-up. So I don't really like that as a way of working up to doing full ones. What I'd rather you did is put a bar in a rack at a specific height, depending on where you're at right now, and do push-ups off there. So let me show you and then we'll go through it. So, getting into a push-up position here, like so, keeping those glutes engaged, abs tight, and lowering yourself down, is a much more real position when it comes to working up to the push-up. So you'd set this bar at a height that's comfortable for you, and then as you get stronger, you lower it down. You gradually lower it down each notch until you get to the floor. So once I can comfortably do 6 to 10 repetitions there, I might lower this down now, and then repeat the process, coming down in that position. And doing it this way, as opposed to doing it here, is just going to have much more of a carryover for you when it comes to being able to do full push-ups. Now, you can use a bench for this, put your hands on a bench. The problem with that is benches tend not to be adjustable, whereas this bar you can just move down a notch each time you're ready, and that's just a better system in terms of progression. So then once you can do the full push-ups, once you can do them on the lowest setting, you're ready to bring them down to the floor. Now, a couple of technique pointers with the push-up. It's very, very important that once you're in this position, okay, you don't drop your hips here, we keep them up nice and high. We squeeze the glutes, you see the muscles there just contracting. We want to squeeze there. Do everything nice and straight, abs tight, down we go, up we come. Everything stays in a straight line. And it's important that when you're doing them on here too, you carry that over. So, everything in a straight line, squeeze, and away we go. I could probably be a little bit closer there, and down we go. That is going to be a much better system for you to build up. What I recommend is that once you can do 6 to 10 good repetitions for a couple of sets on one notch, lower it down the next time. And build it up and build it up and build it up. Do that a few times a week. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. Same as anything. And then once you've got to the point where you can do full push-ups from the floor for multiple sets, there's progressions we can make that even harder too. And so the push-up should be a staple in your program. It can be a staple for forever, really. It never gets old. And that's something that I will explain in a further video. But in terms of progressing the push-up, you're better off using a bar in a rack like this and moving it down than you are doing it off the knees. I hope that's helped.